let's get into the weekly watch report where we talk about the things we watched this week. Weekly watch report on Monday. Weekly watch report on Monday. Weekly watch report on Monday. Weekly watch report on Monday.
Ooh.
Boom. Okay,
That
so
a few octaves down.
I did. It felt right in the moment.
Yeah.
It was also the dance move I was doing with it that if you're not watching on YouTube, then you couldn't see the dance move, and it kind of fit the voice of the character I was going for. Big spoilers coming ahead. We're going to be talking about Outer Banks. So
Spoiler alert.
If you're not caught up on Outer Banks, then I would sadly turn off the rest of the episode because it's going to be majority Outer Banks because that's all I watched or had time to watch this weekend when I got home Sunday night.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler
alert. And honestly, good for you if you haven't seen the spoilers because we were dodging them left and right all weekend. You got spoiled. I did not. However, I kind of knew something because it's always, I knew when you guys were talking about it at lunch and then I walked away and then I came back and I heard Noah go, oh, maybe he wanted to leave the show. And I was like, God fucking damn it.
I'm not going to blame that on Noah because I'll blame it on myself because I had told the group that I got spoiled. And then Noah said he wanted to know the spoiler, which is fair. If you want to know the spoiler, I'm going to tell you the spoiler. You know what I mean?
I was begging to not know the spoiler.
And you walked away. And let me be clear, you walked away. So I told Noah the spoiler. And it was just bad timing. It was bad timing. But I got fucking spoiled.
Yeah.
I got fucking spoiled
on Friday morning.
Early, I got fucking spoiled, and I'm fucking pissed about it.
It
was Thursday.
It
was Thursday. We had landed in Nashville. We were in the Uber to the hotel, and I turned to you and I said, I just got fucking spoiled. I was pissed off. And let me tell you why. Because I saw a spoiler that I thought maybe could be fake because it was from a random Twitter account, and I thought, ooh, they're just fucking around. This can't be real. Until E! News decided to post a headline. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. One of the major cast members killed off this season of Outer Banks. I said, what the fuck? What the fuck, E! News?
Yeah.
Why are you making that big headline 5 hours after the show was fucking released?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Crazy.
Do not put in a headline.
You gotta at least wait the weekend.
One of the major characters who killed off Outer Banks, you make that a headline?
Yeah.
That's a huge spoiler because now I know the spoiler that I saw is now real and it's confirmed. So I was PO'd.
As you should be.
PO'd about it because I knew I wasn't going to be able to watch till Sunday night, so I was fucking pissed off. But moving along, yes, JJ was killed off the show. Now, I don't know what the fuck is going on between Madison and Rudy in real life, but apparently,
I mean, the fans have gone wild.
The fans have gone absolutely batshit with rumors and stories, and I want to know what happened. Why did JJ get killed off this show? Now, the directors, the creators, they're saying it was always their original plan to kill JJ off the show.
Yeah, they said that this is the direction they were always going in, and when they told Rudy about it, he was excited about the character arc for JJ and was like okay with it happening. And that's the story they're selling us. That this was always in the cards and Rudy was ready for it and seemed to have welcomed it.
And if any character was going to die, it was going to be JJ.
100%. I mean, also
he's
like
reckless.
We did
deserves
say
to die.
We also did. I mean, after part one, we were talking about part one. We were like, somebody's probably going to die, and if it's going in the direction we think it is, it's going to be JJ.
JJ's going to be the one to go because he's a madman, and Sarah Cameron's pregnant, and that is even besides the point. Listen, I saw that theory, threw that out there.
I laughed out loud when I saw that.
I threw that out there last week. I was like, "There's no way. It is way.
No, it is way.
Happening.
It's so way.
It's so way. They're with child, but that's not even whatever. Besides even the context of the show and what happened in these episodes, because what creative liberty did they take? The rest of these episodes.
No, I'll be honest. I loved how we got to Morocco. Like I was like giggling watching in my hotel room on Friday because I was like, not only has Rafe just like found this giant fishing boat, but they leave to go to Morocco. So they're going across the ocean to Africa. They're making the whole trip. It seemed they locked Rafe in the back. How many days was he down there? You know, he was locked down there for a while, and then they hit the storm of all storms. There's always a storm.
Always a storm.
I know Outer Banks are going to put him on a boat, and there's going to be a storm, and they just fucking tossed pregnant Sarah Cameron right off the side of the boat. There she goes. JJ jumps in to save her. They're in the middle of the ocean. We have no idea where they are. No clue what happens. But don't worry, they wash ashore.
I couldn't believe what I was watching in these episodes. And I keep seeing people say that this is Riverdale 2.0.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
First
At
of all,
least it's not. I mean, I guess actually there's some magic involved here. The crown is like magic. So.
No, there's magic involved now. And if they bring back JJ next season because of how mad people are, they killed him off. It's going to be true Riverdale. They can't do it. They cannot bring JJ back. But Sarah Cameron being pregnant, thrown off the boat, the whole thing. And I hope. I don't even want to say what I think that they might do next season after all that. But whatever. Going back to JJ. This scene with the police in the 6th episode, and they're playing Black Sabbath, and he's running around with a baseball bat, and he's smashing windows.
Yeah, he's having his Joker moment.
And it's like slowed down. I was like,
his Harley Quinn moment.
No, I truly was cracking up watching. Like, it was supposed to be like dead serious, and I was like, what am I watching right now? Like, this is the editing choice, the slow-mo moving to really fast. I was like, this is some creative liberty they took on this episode, and I love it and I hate it at the same time. Like, I couldn't get enough.
I know.
But I also was like, what is happening?
Also, just the fact that he got out of that cop car, like,
how did he get out?
And then also, like, they weren't like arrested for being an accomplice to pulling him out of a cop car.
No,
like,
guys, let's the
Shoop is he's got no control of them.
Honestly, and you know what? Shoop like maybe my favorite character. Because honestly, I love him because he is a sheriff, but deep down he just wants these kids to do his job. You know?
Yeah.
Like he's like not even do his job, but when Rafe like convinced him to let them go. He was like, come on, Shoop, let us go to Morocco. Come on.
Yeah, kids, go to Morocco. No, the whole thing's ridiculous. And to go back to the JJ and Key, like Rudy Madison thing.
Yeah. TikTok's gone crazy.
They must fucking hate each other because her acting in these episodes.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to be nice, but it's...
So I saw something that said
poor quality.
I saw something that said they filmed 1 through 5, and then they filmed 10.
Yes,
and then they filmed 6 through 9, which is interesting. And I almost feel like it's kind of transparent when now like looking back at the episodes, knowing that. But those last few episodes for me, and it's no fault of Madison's. Like, I think just the creators and writers just unfortunately haven't given her much to work with like Key, with any character growth for Key, because all she's doing
over and over
is
again
yelling for JJ. Every episode, JJ, come on, JJ, hurry up, JJ, where are you, JJ, what you're doing? What are you doing? Is the whole? She must have said, JJ, hurry up, when he was climbing up for the crown, 15 times. Like I was like, oh my god, okay, we got it. This needs to be condensed.
No,
we cannot. It was
totally, and I feel
it was, and it's tough because I thought she like as a character deserved better than just like only worrying about JJ. The entire season.
1,000,000%, because I feel like Madison, as an actress, the beginning seasons of Outer Banks, she had so much personality. Key had so much personality, great character. And then you get to these episodes, and I feel like they dulled down her character to just be like, oh shit, JJ, the entire thing. She was probably frustrated, Madison, as an actor, having these lines given to her where the only thing she's doing is yelling about JJ for fucking 5 episodes straight. And it did not translate. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how much of this I can take, sort of like you. It was like, we gotta condense this shit up. And let's get to the point here. Now JJ's dead, and I need to know what happened behind the scenes in real life, that we are now at the conclusion that Madison and Rudy fucking hate each other so much they had to use stunt doubles to cuddle.
Yeah, so
They had to use stunt doubles to fucking cuddle.
this is
Imagine.
I saw one that was like they didn't have to use stunt doubles when they were like rats and stuff.
Madeline didn't. Yeah,
Madeline and Chase, who dated in real life, and I think they fucking lived together. They got a dog.
Yeah.
And they broke up, and they still have that strong chemistry as John B. and Sarah Cameron. And these two are getting fucking stunt doubles. They're using stunt doubles to cuddle.
Yeah, I mean, look, we don't have there is the evidence is TikTok. Like the viewers are absolutely convinced that this is a thing, that there is a scene where
I'm convinced.
And I mean, when you watch the scene back, I get it too, because it's like they're cuddled up, but it cuts to JJ's face and then down to Key's face and then up, so they're never in the frame at the same time. And then there is a screenshot that is being shared where it looks like it's JJ's stunt double in that scene. So people are really losing their shit over that. I think there's been a lot of drama with their significant others, at least. And who knows, like, I'm sure for them it's got to be extremely frustrating because the Outer Banks fans, like, they are digging deep into their personal lives. And there was a time years ago, it was like 3 years ago, I went back to look, that Rudy had posted about like respecting his girlfriend and privacy and like all these, wrote this whole long message because she was receiving some hate from Outer Banks fans. And it's still happening because they think she is a big reason why things deteriorated for the character, and that they were not getting along, and that they didn't want them to be filming these romantic scenes together, and that Madison's girlfriend didn't like it.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're blaming Madison's girlfriend too.
They're
like
blaming both of them, and I don't know. It almost seems like too much, where it's like they're all jumping on this story that I'm like, there's got to be something else going on here. I don't know what it is, but it really did seem like they were the chemistry was lost there for them for sure. I think fans, when the Kiara storyline started, I think the Outer Banks fans loved it so much, and they wanted it to like blossom and be as great as the Sarah and John B connection, and it just didn't seem like they just didn't get there. Like they just didn't get there, know?
And it's also having to do with the character of JJ. Like he's not the guy that John B is.
No,
and he's not going to show Key the love that
right.
That
Like
John
she's
B's
like, we haven't ever
Cameron.
gone on a date, JJ. Like that's where they're at.
Yeah, and then when he smashed the window and stole the ring, people are thinking he was stealing that for Key, and I'm like, was he stealing that for Key? Because I don't think this man showed any interest in her. Really, it was like
no.
Everyone was very, that whole storyline's very confusing. But I mean, at this point, these actors got to be like, if there was nothing going on, right? If there was nothing, maybe the rumors are not true, but if they still were friends and still liked each other, they'd hop on their Instagrams and be like, guys, this is fucking ridiculous, because of how much it spiraled. There has to be something that happened. I'm just not sure any of these rumors are true.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I agree. I think it's like, and the rumor mill is swirling. Like I've seen people, a lot of unverified sources are speaking out. I'm seeing all these TikToks that are like, this person was on set and they said this. And I'm like, we're really spiraling, and everyone's like, everything everyone's reading on TikTok, they're taking as fact. So, I don't know if we'll see any more of this. The story that they're selling us is that JJ was always going to die, and that was the plan. And now season 5 is going to be the final season. Like they will avenge JJ. I will say, Groff, good evil guy. He really hated his guts. Mm-hmm. Really a bad guy. Good villain.
For the sake of rating this show and for the sake of it being Outer Banks.
Yeah, I mean 6 through 10, I think gets like
I don't even know.
I don't
even know.
I'll give it a C.
That's what I had, I think.
I'll give it a C.
All right, let's do a collaborative C.
I liked the last episode. I liked 10 better. Mm-hmm. Like I thought 10 was like 10. If I was grading the episodes individually, 10 would get a higher grade.
Yeah.
But collaboratively for 6 through 10, it's going to be
I only watched
be
7.
We'll do C. And you know what? If next season this cast has undeniable fucking chemistry,
yeah,
then we know.
Something was up. Something was up. But you know what? Fucking props to Madeline and Chase, because those two are holding it down hard. They holding it down.
I mean, they're having a baby.
I'm having a baby.
Having
Kicking
a
and
baby.
screaming. All right. Well, that's literally everything I watched. I did not watch a single other.
I watched the Martha documentary. On the plane to Kansas City. I was like, where were we going?
What flight? What day?
Yeah, and I thought it was great. I think she is a powerhouse human being. I think there's been, people love to say she's a massive bitch, and you know what? There's instances where she probably is.
You know what?
But
fuck it.
You to be honest, like, I don't think you become the first female self-made billionaire in this country without like ruffling some feathers.
No, you have to, and you have to be a bitch.
Yeah,
you have to be,
or without paying your taxes.
Yeah, well, besides
that's
the point,
not what happened. By the way,
what do you mean? It's not why she went to jail.
No, so it's everyone. We were so young when that happened. It felt like she committed the biggest crime in the entire world. Basically, she got knocked for insider trading, but they couldn't prove it was insider trading. They couldn't prove it was insider trading, so they got her on like lying about it was like such a bullshit case.
Insider trading, whatever. Someone gave her a tip.
It was like
Who cares?
Yes, and it wasn't even the guy directly who he went to jail big time, because it was his company.
How long was she in jail?
She was in jail for 5 months, I think.
Pretty badass. No,
so
you have to be, because people will step all over you if you do not stand up for yourself. But then it's always with women. That if you stand up for yourself, or you tell someone they did something wrong, whatever, you get labeled as like a diva or a bitch or whatever it is, just because you're standing up for something. That's really.
And she was very particular about her brand. Like like they talk about in the documentary, her brand was her. Like, it was the Martha Stewart brand.
You have to be particular about that.
Exactly. So, I thought it was a really good watch. I thought it was very well done, and she does crack me up. I mean, at 83 years old now, like, she just doesn't give a flying fuck either. So, but it was funny. They do a whole portion of how like the Justin Bieber roast like really gave her this like cultural significance again with a younger audience that didn't really know her from her biggest days. It was like people our age who, when like the biggest things that were happening with Martha Stewart was when we were really little and she was going to jail. And that was like kind of what we had remembered. And of course it was like Martha Stewart living, and there's the catalog and all her branded things and things like that. But it was just like I did not really realize, I feel like, those earlier years for her. And so it was really good. I'll give it a B+. I thought it was good. And there's a new season of Love Island Australia. It's streaming on Hulu.
Yes.
I love Love Island Australia. I think it's always like, it's not like great, but it's just, I think the Australians are funny. So Love Island Australia, the first couple episodes, there's some good twists already. I'll give like a B-. Good, but yeah, that's everything I watched.
I watched the last 2 episodes of Shrinking. I'm like liking it more. I think I just have accepted
I have to catch
the corniness of
up.
it. But
Accept the show for what it is.
It's an easy watch.
Yeah.
It's an easy like 30 minutes or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'll give it a B, like the last 2.
That's solid.
Outer Banks, I watched episode 7, which is the first one of this new.
6.
6 is the first
6
one.
is the first one?
Yeah.
Wait, which one is the one where they all like jump on the police car and he
6.
burns everything?
6.
Okay, so I watched 6. Okay, maybe I'll watch 6 and 7 then. Either way, I was at the hotel trying to watch, and for some reason episode 8 was just muted, so I just gave up. But I'll give it a C. I'm just like, it's so ridiculous now, and I feel like they're just completely running out of ideas.
Well, they're after a Magic Crown.
Yeah, they're going to be in space next season.
Yeah.
So when I couldn't watch that, I saw like next to it was, remember the show Your Honor? It was Bryan Cranston. I had like watched half of season 2 and never finished it, and I was like, I might as well just finish this. So I turned it on, and it was like all right. It ended really badly in my opinion, but I'll give it a C+. Like Bryan Cranston's a great actor, so.
Yeah.
And then I watched the finale of The Penguin last night, which was.
How was it? Don't spoil. I mean, we
I won't
obviously.
I know.
spoil it.
I've heard it.
We need- we got a
heard it
lot of
was
time to catch
amazing.
up
I got to
now,
catch
yeah.
up this week. I watched episode. Oh, I forgot. I watched The Penguin episode 3 last night. I'm only on 3.
I know. I'm still on 2.
It was incredible. It
Yeah.
really does feel like you're watching a movie, like each episode. I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, it's hard
really
because
good.
I don't want to spoil anything.
Are you finally going up to A+?
You know what? I'll give it an A+. I wasn't going to, but you know what? Let me give it an A+ because like I didn't the whole season, and it easily could be. Like,
yeah.
It's incredible. Like I really, I can't say anything.
Yeah.
can't
No,
say
I
anything.
know. It's
Yeah, you would be a really hard grader, I think, if you were a teacher.
Oh, I would. Like at least for like an English paper or something.
You would be a really
I
hard
would be
grader.
really hard.
How do you think you would be as a grader?
I feel like Fran would be hard.
No, I think I'd be pretty middle range.
But like, I don't get it. Like, if you're a teacher, I mean, when I was a student, I obviously would have hated you if you're a hard grader. But now we're looking back, I'm like, I mean, yeah, like, why would you be an easy grader? That's not like helping anyone really.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why
I
I
know.
feel like I'd be more middle ground because I'm just like,
I wouldn't be
why,
like,
you know?
failing everyone, but
Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
I guess it depends
Terrible.
what grade.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'd cut some slack.
What else? You have anything else?
No, that's A
Okay.
plus on the Penguin.
Amazing.
Dang, I want to catch up on that bad. I got a lot of stuff I want to watch when I go home today.
Yeah.
Rest of the week, we got the rest of the week till we travel again on
I
Friday.
hope that
but,
I just saw that Colin Farrell said that like he'd be open to a season 2 if they had like a good
Right.
thing. So
yeah, because you don't want to ruin a good thing.
no, I
that
know.
was the-
Part
Yeah,
of me
yeah.
is like just like leave it.
Right,
Just
because
leave
it was so good. Yeah.
Dang, I want to watch. All right, that wraps up the weekly watch report. Can't speak.